Hi everyone, welcome back to Wood Turning by Alan's Canal. One of my neighbours knocked in and asked me if I could make a bowl from bog oak, and I have shown this piece before. I have a nice big piece of bog oak here. It's almost 10 inches across and it's about 4.5 deep. So I'm going to try and turn this, and I printed off an aging chart. It's kind of hard to tell in the light. But I'm guessing that this piece is between 5,000 and 7,000 years old, so it's pretty much like rock. It is solid. It's going to be a hard turn and a lot of tool sharpening. What I'm going to do is I'm on the base, I'm going to do a recess and I'm going to put an Irish penny in the base, and throughout where all the cracks are as I turn down through, I'm going to twist a bit of copper wire to try and continue on the little kind of Celtic bird, like the tail, throughout the piece, and fill with resin, just clear resin, and so you'll see the copper coming through. I might do a bit of powdered copper in certain spots as well if I have any kind of really too small recesses to put any wire in. So yeah, I'm going to chop off the corners of this and get the faceplate mounted, and we'll meet you back on the lathe. Okay, so I've chopped off the corners and I have this mounted on the lathe now on a faceplate. I have to do it outboard because it's a little bit too big at the minute, but when I bring it down to size I should be able to bring it back inboard. It's a little bit hairy without using the center because this thing is heavy and hard, but I think it's pretty secure, and I'm on the lowest speed. There's a little bit of vibration, but once I get it into round I should be able to bring up the speed. That'll give me a better finish. I've sharpened my gouge, so I'm gonna go and start cutting at this now. the outside of the bowl pretty much turned. I'm not doing a finishing cut on it yet. I'm going to put a little bit of cacao into the cracks, pack it all down as much as I can and put a layer of super glue over it. Basically just when I pour resin, so I don't waste too much resin, it doesn't go into the inside because I'm going to be boring that out anyway. Once I have that in and it's set, I'm going to twist up the copper wire with the drill, and I'm going to pack that in as tight as I can, and I will probably take it back off the lathe for filling purposes. I might just kind of like try and tape up as much of a crack as I can and fill up with resin. It's a bit of hit and miss. It's not like pouring a resin casting from the beginning, because like it is liquid, it will move and it does need time to set. So it's kind of a bit of trial and error with when you put resin into these. So it's not going to be done today, it's going to be over a couple of days. So I'm going to get started now packing this in and filling a little bit of glue into it. Okay, so it's been a day since I've been at this. I'm going to try braiding some copper wire. I'm not really used to braiding, as you can tell, but I'm going to give it a try. If I can't do it, I'll just do the normal kind of twist, but there's a big kind of T-shaped crack in it, and I'd like to try a wide braid. So I'm just going to give it a go. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I can just do a normal twist in it. It's just something I wanted to try. So I'll redirect the camera and show you what I'm at. Okay, not too bad. I did have to go and look at an instruction on YouTube of how to do a braid, but I think it came out not too bad. I did have a little practice beforehand. It wasn't pretty, I won't show you. But the idea is I'm gonna fill this in here, and then I'm going to fill that up with resin. And when I turn back, I'm sure I'll take off. Take off some of the copper. But yeah, it's no big deal. I'm happy enough to lose some of that. But yeah, no, I'm quite happy with that. So I'm gonna put this in. I'm actually gonna undo a little bit of it, and I'm just gonna twist it to fit up across the top piece here, and just kind of have it as one continuous piece. I'll tape it up, and then I'm going to fill that up with resin, and it's only a matter of filling in all the little smaller cracks. I have started doing some of them I just put like a straight piece of wire in this one, and same in that, and then some of them in this I kind of hammered that wire in straight in like a nail. So so yeah, no, it should look cool. Okay, I'm gonna get working on that now, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, it's been overnight. I've filled up all the small cracks with copper powder mixed with epoxy, and this seems to be all pretty much set now. I know it looks like a bit of a mess, but when I take my first 1 or 2 cuts off it, it should clean it up nicely. So let's get back spinning and see what it looks like afterwards. Okay, I've turned it down to about where I want it. I know it still looks a little bit cloudy, right around there. But I'm hoping a bit of sanding should bring it up. I'm not too worried. It looks quite well. I had to do a good bit of filling as I was going because the copper wire was catching the tool and pulling out the wire. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a sand. I won't bore you with sanding, and then I'll flip the bowl around and start hollowing out the inside. Okay, so that's pretty much as deep as I want to go. Not done the final cut again because the inside will also have cracks as the outside, and will kind of match up with it. So I'm going to kind of clean these guys out and do the same thing again. Put the copper wire in the bigger gaps, give it a bit of a twist, and I'll fill the smaller ones with the copper powder and resin, and then I'll come back, spin that off, and then sand it down and buff it up, and they should be finished by then. It's good fun. I had to switch to a carbide cutter as I was hollowing out because it's so hard. It is like rock. So the carbide was the decent job for it, and then I just finished it off with the scraper. So happy enough with the shape. I quite like it. I don't know if you can see from this angle, but I kind of put like a chamfer on this side. It gives quite a nice effect. I'm happy with it so far. All finished. I think it came out really nice. I'm very happy with the shape. I love working with copper and bog oak. I think they really match each other very well. The grain pattern in there is beautiful, and I'm very happy with the shape. Just trying to spin it around so you guys can see everything on it. There's a lot going on in this piece, but yeah, I'm very happy with it, and I hope my neighbour's very happy with it. Oh, and there's the little 1p piece in the bottom. A little trouble getting that in. I made it a little bit too tight, or maybe a bit of glue or epoxy resin got into it or something. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with it. Any of you guys going to Maker Central? I'm going to be there, and I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys. What's it on? May 10th and 11th. So yeah, I'm going to be there. So if any of you guys are there, come up and say hi, and I'll bring a few stickers with me, and we can have chats. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to watch more, subscribe.